Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. You've reached Chris Loves Lux. And today is a good old fashioned get ready with me. I'm about to head out to dinner with my daughter and her friend's parents. But I wanted to just film a video with me getting ready. I haven't put makeup on in quite a long time with you guys. So I want to talk a little bit about my journey. You could tell by the thumbnail that I'm on Ozempic, the GL1P, GLP1, whatever the hell. I'm on a shot, but to talk more about why and how I got on it and the conditions that I'm trying to, the medical conditions I'm trying to combat, we'll learn more about that as you watch me get ready, y'all. So listen, if you want to hear about my journey thus far, right, and watch me get ready with this look, then just keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe, yeah, because y'all playing. Just subscribe, click the button, like, comment, and share. Oh, and before we get into this, keep it clean and respectable in the comments, okay? Everybody's gonna have their opinion about the drug and whether or not people should be on the shot and all the things. Keep it respectable. I don't care if you agree or not. That's not my concern, but my concern is keeping it respectable in the comments, because if it gets disrespectful, I will delete the comments and I'll block your ass, okay? So other than that, y'all, hope you like the get ready with me. I'll see y'all at the end. Hey y'all, so today we're going to do a good old-fashioned get ready with me. Ooh, something's in my eye. All right, so hope everybody is doing well and all of that. I put the wrong one in my suitcase. Anyway, I'm about to prep these eyelids for some eyeshadow. So yeah, I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe. Today it is a tornado warning in Jersey. That ain't normal, but anywho, the rain is raining. What is it? Hurricane, tropical storm, Debbie or whatever. Well, she's showing out because it's been raining. Like, I think I need to build an ark. It's been raining the whole time I've been off. I never have a staycation, y'all, but I did a staycation this time because, you know, I already had 3 vacations this year where I went away, and I have a 4th one in a couple months. So I'm like, you know what? This was a staycation, which I don't particularly care for because I feel like I'm being unproductive just laying up in the bed and all of that. But anyway, my daughter and I are about to go out for dinner, with her friend, one of her girlfriends, and their family and their her parents for before, you know, kind of like to catch up. Well, of course my daughter is always around the young lady, but they used to play volleyball together in high school, but they go to different schools now, but they still FaceTime all the time. You know how it is with the girls. So we're going out to eat. So I just dyed my hair, y'all. Literally, I just came out the shower, and y'all can see right here, right? Y'all can see that. That's the one thing when you get your hair dyed, it always right here, it just shows their behind right here. But anywho, yeah, but at least I washed the gray right out of my hair. Remember that song, "Wanna wash that gray right"? Anyway, I digress. So I'm about to throw some makeup on, beat the face a little something. I haven't sat down and done that in a long time. And we can chit chat and I catch y'all up. You know, I've been doing a lot of hauls because y'all know I like to shop. But I'm going to use the golden palette, not to be confused with the gold palette that I also have. But the Natasha Denona golden palette came out, what is it, about a month and a half ago. Pretty neutral colors. I'm wearing a brown linen button down, so this is where I'm going with today. I haven't had a chance to play with this, so I figured I'll play with it now, right? So, and we could chit chat, because I did talk in my clothing haul when we were in my closet, right? We talked about, I mentioned that I had to make some changes, help because of health reasons. I'm going in with this middle shade right here. What is it? Teak. This shade right here as a transition shade using my Sonia G Detail Pro. Oh, a lot picked up too. Okay. Yeah, so I want to just talk to you about what happened. So I've been dealing with my weight for as long as I can remember, right? Never been skinny, even when I was an athlete and playing different sports, and I was choreographer of the dance team in high school, all of the things. I was still a thick girl, like still big chest, all of the things, right? So being skinny is never something that I ever paid attention to or wanted to be. Let me be clear with that. Don't get it twisted. I like being thick, okay? But thick and healthy is the key point. I'm not really seeing this as much as I would like on my skin, but that's because it's my skin tone, so that's probably why. But it is still a lot on the brush. But we'll build it up and take our time. So, anywho, so being healthy has always been something that you should be ensuring that is a focus for you, right? Are you making the right food decisions? Are you making the right choices? How is your relationship with food? My relationship with food was very unhealthy. Not 600-pound life unhealthy, right? But unhealthy. So happy, sad, I shop and I eat, right? Those are the two things that I do, shop and eat, right? And I eat while I shop, right? Like you go to the mall, you might go to dinner, right? Or you might go to lunch or breakfast, or you get brunch, and then you having all of the things that after a while can really catch up with you. I am going to go in. That's not really gonna do anything for me right now. I kind of want this and then put a little of something. You know what? I am gonna go in with this first. This is Varus instead of Paris, instead of a P as a V. But yeah, yeah, this, you can barely see this. And actually, I know better, but I have oil on my hands, so let me just stick with the brush, because if I put my hands in it, it might get hard pan. So it should always be a focus, right? That you focus on making sure that you maintain, good health. So my relationship with food, like I said, even when I was younger, and I know I'm not the only one that's in this, that grew up with that whole, you got to clean your plate, you know what I'm saying, etc. Like, that's just what it is, right? Even to the point where I don't really drink food unless I'm eating something spicy. I won't have a drink. Like, I don't drink until I finish my food, because a lot of times that's how you were brought up, right? You don't touch your drink until you finish, if not all your food, most of it, right? It's just how it is. Things, of course, now that I drink alcohol and I'm not young and all of that, it's a little different, because I will consume, sips of my alcohol while I'm eating, right? But nonetheless, you're still brought up with that notion of, I'm just going to go back in with the shade. You just brought up with the notion of don't clean your plate, right? And all that other stuff. Anywho, relationship with food when it comes to emotional eating is a very important thing to understand. understanding your triggers and things of that nature. I never paid attention to any of that. Honestly, y'all, I eat and I drink and I shop. Like, those are the things that I do. So, you know, every Wednesday, I go to a little spot with my girlfriend. We eat. I eat fried this, that, have a few bourbons or whatever I feel like eating, drinking, and whatever. Such is life. Every Thursday or every other Thursday, go to a little Portuguese spot down in North by my thing, and then we eat, and then I have an abundance of alcohol and rice and potatoes and, you know, fish and da-da-da-da. Such is life, right? That's how I was rolling, right? And then, you know, don't get in a relationship or out of one. It doesn't matter. Like, you're going to eat a lot, because when you get to a certain age, what else are you doing? You go dinner, movie, dinner, theater, brunch, this. You know, I'm not hiking. I'm not doing all of the things. You know, I used to bowl a lot, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, that's what we're doing, right? But all of that with no activity, and then not maintaining a healthy stress level, because that will bring on other things as well, is just, it can wreak havoc. So I say all of that to say, let's roll into April 2024. I am the biggest I've ever been at that point in my whole life, right? But I'm not unhappy, right? Like, don't get me wrong, everybody has their insecurities, including myself, you know, and stuff like that. But it doesn't change the fact I'm going to go in with this shade down here. What is this? Aurum. And I'm just going to put this right in here. See what it does. It might not do anything, y'all, but we're going to see. And brighten it just a little bit. But yeah, so I go to the doctor because she won't refill my blood pressure meds, right? Because she was like, we need blood work, I need to see you, whatever. All right, cool. So I go in. Yeah, you really can't tell no difference using that. But anyway, I go in. My blood pressure, now I go in after work. Typically, I never do that, right? Because work will stress a sister out, right? I typically don't go into the doctor's office after working. But anyway, I'm like, it can't be that big of a deal. I went in. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera, y'all. I go in. My bad. And I'm gonna use this shade right here, Log, for my outer corner. So I go in, pressure sky high. And when I say sky high, y'all, yeah, it was like 150 something over 112, some crazy shit like that, excuse my language. And the nurse that was triaging me was looking like, you all right? And so I always crack jokes, y'all. So I told her, didn't I tell you don't take my weight before you do my pressure? I saw my weight and I turned around and my pressure got high. She started laughing. You quit playing. Are you okay? I was like, I'm fine. I just got home from work. I mean, I'm getting off work, coming here. You know, I'm stressed out. You know, work is working. You know, when you in charge of a lot, you know, it's a lot, right? So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it, right? So she like, okay. So then she like, well, we about to get this blood work going. So I had to fast though, so I couldn't do it in the office at that point, right? So they were like, we want you to fast, and we want you to come back in a month. We want you to monitor your blood pressure for the next month, and then let's see if, you know, they also told me to monitor my stress levels, all that other stuff, but see if there's a trigger or whatever. So I was monitoring my blood pressure. It wasn't as high, but it wasn't low enough. It was too high for me, right? It was way too high. I was like, why the hell is my blood pressure this high? Let's roll forward in May 29th, 2024. I go into the office. Now I'm not seeing the LPN. I am actually seeing my actual doctor. So she's sitting there looking at me. I'm looking at her. She looking at me. I'm looking at her. And she like, really? And I'm like, what? So she said, first of all, my pressure was 140 something over 109. And she was like, I'm doubling your blood pressure meds because apparently you don't know how to keep your blood pressure low. And I said, I don't want to you doubling nothing. And then she said, last year when you were here, we told you to monitor your cholesterol, which meant monitor the things that were going to raise your cholesterol, like fried foods, like all of the things, right? And on top of that, we told you if you didn't bring your A1C down, you are diabetic. We were allowing you time to regulate it on your own. We tried to put you on metformin. They did, y'all. It was a no-go for me. It made me sick. So she was like, no, like enough. You're a diabetic. Now you have high cholesterol and put you on a cholesterol med, and I'm doubling your heart meds. I said, well, wait a minute, doc. I didn't sign up for this when I came in here, okay? And so she looking at me, and she's like, you think this is a joke? This is not a joke. Like, what are you doing? And so I don't think it's a joke, y'all. I know it's serious, but I'm sitting here like she hitting me like with all of this at one time. I'm like, hold on. I'm going to go with my Milk Hydro Grip as my primer. And so she's like, yo, and I have a black female doctor. And why people say, why you point that out? Because heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, all of that is very prevalent in the African American community. We all know that, right? It's all the statistics everywhere, whatever. But having someone that knows as a part of the same, I'll say, culture, maybe not experiences, right? Maybe not, but having someone that understands some of the things that go on in our community and the pressures that go along with it, they understand, right? Oh gosh, don't tell me this is not gonna work. So wait, hold on, y'all. So let me, okay. I'm mixing 2 hourglass shades today, y'all. There you go. That was crazy. So I'm mixing 15 and 13.5 in the Soft Glow foundation. So she was so I say all that to say that's why, I point out, some people be like, it don't matter, and to some people, it's still not gonna work. And some people, it doesn't matter to them, and to each his own. For me, it does, right? So, and she specializes in cases of diabetes and stuff like that. Anywho, okay. So, yeah, we're gonna roll with this and see. Yeah, I'm just using the end of something to mix it. So, okay, we're gonna see, because this is looking like it may not work for me. I don't think this gonna work, y'all. I might be too dark for it right now. Actually, I'm definitely too dark. Let me see what happens if I just put the darker shade on this side. It's still not dark enough, but it's darker than this. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm digressing. So I'm gonna have to darken this up. I know this is a lot I'm putting on, but this is not gonna work. No. Y'all, this is a no. Well, I can still talk while I use what's the name to get this off my skin. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I have to let this dry. All right, let's let this dry while I talk to y'all. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna, this is all broken up. We're gonna try this shade. Yeah, this is Bellum. This is the light reflecting foundation by NARS. And I'm not gonna use this brush. I'm gonna use a different one, okay? Yeah, this is much better. Look at that. That's a perfect match for me right now. So, I mean, a real perfect match. So, so she's looking at me, and I didn't add any, what do you call it, primer back, because I ain't worried about it. Y'all might not be going that long. So it's a little dark, but that's okay. So she basically, y'all, gave me the biggest, I'm not gonna say lecture because lecture sounds negative. She basically checked me, right? About some of the decisions that I'm making. And then she knows my family history, right? Between my mom, my dad, even my older brother, you know, well, he's healthy. He just got the same ailments I have. But nonetheless, she was just basically like, you serious right now? So, like, and I get it. She was kind of like, so in what world do you allow yourself to get this heavy and you still don't, and then to not maintain a healthy blood work, right? So, and I get it. And she was 150% correct. So I told her, I said, I get it, doc. So now what? And so she was like, you need to lose weight. And I was like, man, that's y'all answer for everything, son. And she was like, boo-boo. She was like, did you see the scale? And I said, I saw it. And so she was like, and you think that's okay? So just so we know, the scale said 258, y'all. What? Listen, I'm here to tell you, this is some real shit. I'm going to be here to tell you. The scale said 258. Okay, I'm just looking for, so what we gonna do though, y'all? Hold on. I forgot I had these. We are going, here it is. Sarat, y'all, sent me some PR months and months ago when I was actually on my way to the Philippines, and I never got a chance to even open it or look at it. And then I did open it. They sent me 2 incorrect shades of the Dewdrop. So actually I had to give them, they were too dark. I gave them to my daughter. But I love that foundation, so I'll just buy my own. But they sent me a concealer that, again, is not the right shade, but it's good for correcting. They sent me some other things. The eye stuff I'm not going to use today, but I am going to use, I think they sent me a blush. I'm going to use the blush, and we'll use the lippy. Yeah, they sent me blushes, honey, so we're going to use that. But anywho, they sent me this. I am not a fan, y'all know I'm not, of sponge applicators, right? But I do like the way this covers, right? So I'm gonna do one side so you can see, and you can see, y'all, I got a little discoloration and stuff right here, so y'all can see what it does. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Just cleaning my brush off. So she was like, yo, you have to drop weight. And I was like, I can do that. And she said, I want to put you on something because of your diabetes. I said, I can't take the metformin. It made me so ill, y'all. I was like, yo, I can't even function on that. And so she was like, okay, so I'm gonna put you on Ozempic. I said, oh, hell no. And so she looked at me and had to laugh. She said, you act like you the doctor and you know what you should. See how that's taking care of a little bit of the color, you see that, because it has a little bit of a red undertone. And I need to fix this right here. Make sure this is the right one. Y'all, I don't even remember which one it is now. Hope it's the right one. So I was sitting there and I'm telling her, like, nah, I'm not doing that. And she said, no, you gonna have to do something. And so she said, what are your reservations? I said, I had a girlfriend who was on it and she got really sick. And she was like, well, first of all, maybe she shouldn't have been on it because she ain't a diabetic. 1, 2, you know, maybe she wasn't eating the way that you're supposed to eat when you're on it. So she sat and she actually took more time than she should have with me because she had patients waiting. But she was that serious with me about making sure that I took this med. And she was like, you know, with your family history of diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, cancer, all of these things, you need to start taking your life more seriously. And I was like, boo, I take my life seriously. She was like, do you though? So anywho, I can be real fresh, y'all. So she was like, you're not taking it serious enough, and we could tell. I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. This is in the shade NY12. So she basically told me all the things that the reasons why people tend to have challenges while taking the med. I still was like, no, I could do this on my own. I've lost weight before, and I have, y'all. I have, y'all, not because she told me to, but just because I had gotten to a certain point and I was like, oh, hell no. And then I dropped weight. Never this big, though. No. Never 258, but I have done it before. So in my mind, I got this. She said, man, I've been telling you to lose weight all these years and to keep it off, and you haven't, right? You do it, but you only get to like a 10-20 point mark and then you stop because you let life take over, right? You don't put yourself first. And she's right. and then you taking care of everybody else but not yourself, and then what happens to everybody if you're not around anymore? It was a real conversation, y'all, because she was absolutely freaking right? You can't take care of your parent or anybody else if you're not around to do it. All right? So she educated me on how the GLP-1, whatever it's called, or I call it's Ozempic, y'all. And it's not like a compound, it's the straight up injection pen, right? So she explained to me how it was going to help me and how I needed to eat to ensure I didn't get sick, right? And then I made sure, I have something in my eye now. So then I had to think about it, and I had to think about, oh, look at all this texture right here. Y'all see it? I'm gonna have to do something on my face when I get back. I think I need a facial or something. Because this foundation is settling all right here, and it never normally does that. It might be because I wiped the primer off, but still, it shouldn't be doing that. I digress. So, y'all, I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to get ready and talk at the same time. So, I use my Chanel powder. So, she gave me the shot in the office because she wanted to make sure my ass didn't say yes, leave, and don't take the shot. Because I've done stuff like that. She giving me scripts and I never used it. I'm like the worst patient. So she gave it to me. And look, I was on my way out to meet my girlfriends for drinks. After my appointment. So I'm sitting here like, she just gave me that goddamn shot, and I'm sitting here about to go drink and stuff, right? So I was like, all right, well, no time like the present. So I did the shot in the office. She showed me how to do it. She gave me all of the do's and don'ts of taking it, which was very helpful, by the way, because I have not gotten sick, knock on wood, while I've been on it. And anytime I've remotely gotten even nauseous, it was because of me doing something that I had no business, which is an important piece to know, right? It's time for something blush. I need to give myself some color back to this skin. So sorry, I'm trying to get my bronzer out. So we're gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury, the cream bronzer. So the first thing she told me was people get sick when they eat oily foods, right? And she defined oily as anything from butter, fried foods, to olive oil. And I'm like an olive oil stan, you hear me? And nothing like some bread and some dipped in some olive oil with some balsamic vinegar, girl. I was like, what? Hold up. And she was like, yeah, no. So she said, even though people eat salads, when you're on this med, that balsamic vinegar with the oil and vinegar will tear your ass up. And I said, what? And so she said, yeah. And so she was like, you know, you need to stay away from anything that is oily, right? And so I'm like, okay. And so she was like, very serious about it too. She was like, seriously, stay away from it. And I said, no, okay, fine, I'll stay away from it, you know. And so then what else did she say? She said, so then she said, that's a big mistake that people make when they're on the GLP-1 meds, whether it's Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, whatever, Mounjaro, is they forget that you still got to monitor what you're eating. You cannot eat like you normally would and expect no side effects. Like, it just doesn't happen like that. Now, I'm not saying that happens to everybody. Some people, they genuinely can't take the med. Like, there's people, and if you watch different people, you know, stories about being on the meds, some people have like horror stories and some people don't, right? One thing I will tell you is it is very personal. You cannot judge your experience based on anyone else's. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because it's not gonna be the same. You just can't. I'm gonna let that dry. So she told me, like, I like honey mustard dressing. She said I would ride with that on your salad before you put balsamic vinegar. Now, what doctor gonna tell you that? I missed the spot. I can feel it. It's not wet. Okay. And so then I said, okay. Now we're just gonna use it. I need to pack that right there. So she said, I need you to understand that. Then she told me, pay attention to how your body, you know, the thing about Ozempic and most of the other ones as well, right, is your mind is slowing down, telling your stomach, it's basically sending to food receptors, whatever, to slow down digestion. So you're going to stay full longer. But that doesn't mean you still get to eat fried chicken wings and all that other stuff and going about your way. You could. But I can almost guarantee you're going to have an uncomfortable night. Okay? So that's my thing, right? If you good with having an uncomfortable night, knock yourself out. Me personally, I'm not trying to do all of that, right? I'm not trying to have an uncomfortable night, right? I like all my nights to be comfortable. So that was one thing. And then I took it upon myself to do a lot of reading and research on it, because I know at this point I had to say I need help, because y'all, she scared the shit out of me in that office. Okay, she was like, you're gonna be, you know, my mother's on dialysis, and so she was like, you're gonna be like your mother in 20 years or less if you don't stop. You're gonna be on insulin in 10 if you don't knock it off. And so when your doctor's coming at you like, knock it the F off, you're gonna kill yourself because you're not slowing down, you're not listening to your body, you're not moving, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Like, I know you think you're living your best life, you in the fine dining with the heavy sauces and the this and the that, but you're not balancing it with anything else. And then you have a highly stressful job on top of that. Like, you just doing all the things that just run you into the ground, literally. She's right. So I took it upon myself, and then I learned, like, I stay hydrated, right? You will always see me with a Stanley cup. Even at work, I have my laptop and this big 40-ounce Stanley mug, always full of water, right? There were things that I had to pay attention to. I can't have my fried zucchini that I like, that I always have at least once a week, and all the things. Like, I can't have it because it's not healthy for me, right? It's not a good look for me, right? But it doesn't mean I don't get to go out. She told me lay off the bourbon because it's full of sugar, right? She said you can have it on occasion, of course, but why you need it all the time? Like, that's my go-to drink, right? Bourbon straight, neat, no ice, no nothing. That's how I roll. I have a whole bar downstairs full of it, different kinds. I'm a bourbon enthusiast. Like, I like it, right? So I'm like, okay, so what the hell I'm supposed, like, well, what I'm supposed to be? Like, so she was like, you know, vodka and seltzer water with lemon. I want to drink that, right? But okay, fine. That's what I drink, right? When I do drink. But honestly, if I'm not drinking what I want to drink, I might as well not drink, right? So when I go out, I'll have that. I do not drink wine anymore like that because it is full of sugar. And the goal is not about, yes, I need to lose weight, but the goal is really to bring my A1C down, y'all. Your girl not trying to be no diabetic, okay? And I'm not trying to be on these cholesterol meds forever. Like, I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm trying to get off of, forget about the doubling that she did on my heart med. I'm trying to get off of it, right? So this is about health. You know, this is because I'm going to look cute no matter what I'm in, with the new clothes and this, to that. Yes, I will say it feels good to be able to get back in things, you know, that I couldn't, or to buy new things that, you know, fit different and everything else. It looks good to see that my jawline is coming back because it was gone for a while. You know, it feels good for those things. But the part that feels the best is the fact that my knees don't hurt when I'm going down the steps now. And that's some real stuff, right? That's the part that feels good for me. My knees is not giving out or feeling like it's giving out or any of the things like I was used to worry about. I'm gonna go on with this shade, even though it's kind of not flowing. That's all right. We're gonna use it anyway today. And this. Look at how much already came on. So, you know, I'm sitting here. That's pretty. Yo, Syrah in them shades though. They know how to make a blush, honey. So, oh, that was a lot. Yeah, we don't need no more than that, honey. So that was, remember, May 29th, 2024. That's my first shot. That was 10 weeks, almost 11 weeks, actually 11 weeks ago. As of Wednesday, I took my 11th shot, okay? I am down 20 pounds, 20.8 pounds. That's a respectable 2 pounds a week, right? I am not trying to be like some other people, 30 pounds a month, 40 pounds in 6 weeks. No. You know why? Because the faster you take it off is the faster you put it back on. And one of the things you got to understand about this is that it is a tool to help you with the food noise. The noise that tell you you want the cupcake, the cookie, the this, that when I'm stressed, it still happens. So this hasn't shut off all my receptors, honey, because I still in my ear, the little person right here be like, don't you know you want a cupcake, right? It's really my mindset changing to say, this is not how I'm going to deal with this that's going on right now, or I'm going to find a different thing to use, you know what I mean, to make me happy. You know, I'm not gonna find the happiness in the what I want to say. I'm not gonna find happiness in the food, right? I'm gonna have to find it somewhere else, right? Doesn't mean that I won't have it, because while I was in Disney, I had a cannoli, a whole one with chocolate chips, because that's one of my favorite desserts. I had it. I didn't get sick of anything, right? But I was very mindful, right, of everything else. And it wasn't like I didn't enjoy my vacation, because I went, Disney happened after I started the shop. So I was already falling out my clothes in Disney and all of the things. It don't take much for you to drop a dress size or two, right? So all of that walking I was doing, all of that stuff, but I didn't really drop any weight while I was in Disney. But when I got back, it's just all of a sudden caught up. And then I think I lost like 3 pounds in 1 week and then another 3, something like that. But it didn't matter. I'm going in with Dior, D-O-R, apostrophe O-R, by Sarat. I used to have this, and then I don't know what happened to it. I think I might have decluttered it because it's a very light highlighter, as you can tell, but I'm not trying to bling to the stars, but it's very subtle. Y'all see that? Yeah, that's very subtle. So yeah, that's nice and subtle. So okay. So another thing that I used to do all the time, right, is that I'm now more consistent with is meal prepping. It's very important. It's very important that I meal prep, because otherwise you find yourself either not eating or struggling to find something to eat, which is not good either, because I don't believe in starving myself. Some people are on the drug and they sit there and they be like, oh, I'm never hungry. I don't know why you hungry. I'm like, yeah, that's not good, because you're supposed to eat, especially if you're moving more and you're working out. Yes, you can be in a calorie deficit, but that don't mean starve your damn self, right? And the thing is you're full longer, so yes, you eat less, but it's also what you're eating. Because one of the things that I want to make sure I don't do is I don't want to have loose skin and all of that from the drastic weight loss, right? Because you'll see that happen a lot. A lot of people say, oh, you know, I'm so happy I lost the weight, but now I have all this excess skin. Well, because you lost it too quick, right? And you're not eating enough protein. That was another thing. I had protein in everything, and I'll talk more about it probably in another Get Ready With Me. But like, that's very important piece of weight loss. I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna take this little. No, I'm gonna take this one right here and put it right in the corner. Let's see how this works on me. You really can't see that. It's almost like all of these are working and they all look alike. Kind of like the bronze palette did. That's why I sold it. Anyway. So, what was I saying? I gotta spray one more time before I put my mascara on. So, even my coffee, like I buy Premier Protein shakes, and you can get vanilla, chocolate, all the things. I like caramel and cinnamon roll. I use either one of those as the creamer in my coffee. So there's protein even in my coffee. No sugar, but I didn't put sugar in my coffee before either. But now I don't even put like the, oh, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Oh my God. I just meant to get this out of my face. Anyway, what was I saying? I just sprayed myself in the mouth, y'all. I put Premier in my instead of using the powdered creamer or whatever. I don't use any of that. I just use the Premier Protein in my coffee when I drink it. I used to drink coffee every single day, maybe even twice a day. I stopped doing that only because caffeine raises your heart rate too and all that. I'm just being really mindful of what I'm doing, right? And also, I don't allow myself any caffeine until I've already ingested 40 ounces of water for the day, right? 1 full Stanley cup. And by the time I do that, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. 10:30. I've already started my meetings or whatever. I've already had my breakfast, so it just doesn't make sense to drink it. But sometimes I do, but it's just not every day like it used to be. Just little things I change, right? What I'm eating, if it doesn't have protein in it, I don't eat it. I love chips with a sandwich, whatever. I love chips. I eat protein chips, right? And I can do a separate video showing y'all, you know, what I eat in a day and all those other things. So if you wanted to see it, because by no means am I a dietitian and I'm not a medical professional or any of that. It's just the things that work for me. Just putting some lash primer on y'all. These are the things that have been working for me to help me slowly drop the weight, because that's the key. Slowly, right? I still go out at least once a week for dinner or breakfast or whatever. And what I do is I try to look at the menu ahead of time to figure out what it is I'm going to eat. And I don't really pay attention to what others are ordering, because that'll get you too, right? But staying hydrated is one of the best things that can help with coping with, you know, all of the things that go on. You know, I don't have any constipation, any diarrhea, none of those things that a lot of people complain about. I'm just letting this dry a little bit, y'all. I'm gonna use my chestnut liner. Yeah. So, Lash Brag by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I oh, why is this clumping? Is that oh no, it's not clumping. So like tonight, I already looked at the menu, decided I'm gonna have a grilled chicken sandwich. I don't eat as much cheese anymore because I'm trying to watch the cholesterol. I do eat cheese, but I don't actually eat it. Like I used to eat cheese and crackers with wine and whatever. That's a snack, child. I don't do that anymore because, well, trying to get off the blood pressure med, but also the cholesterol med, y'all. That's gotta go, right? Like for real, this gotta go. So I'm being a lot more. Oh yeah, this is clumping on this side over here. Like seriously, what the hell? Know why I clump like that, but it's gonna have to work out. So, and actually it clumped to the point where it looks like it's a lash, right? What else did I change? You know, obviously no fried foods. Air fryer is my friend. And I've had it a couple of times, like a fried food, but not the whole thing. Like I've had a piece of something. Well, honestly, I'm not craving it. You know, not that I was craving it before. I was just being greedy. Whole nother story. Sarat sent 2 lippies. One is a red. I'm not wearing that one. Let's see what this is. Yeah, let's see if we gonna rock this one today. How do you put? Oh, there you go. This shade is All Courant, Courant. Let's see how this goes on. All right. Not a bad deal. A little darker than I was gonna go with today, but it does look pretty with the chestnut liner, right? Yeah, so y'all, so I can get into more, you know, details in a live, or, you know, I just wanted to start off the topic of this is what I'm doing. This is the journey I'm on. But again, it's weight loss is going to be a side effect to the shot, right? It's not what the shot is for. The shot is really for diabetics, right? That's the thing. Like, people are, it's like a phenomenon now. People are taking it or trying to get it, right? And, you know, because they want to lose weight, right? And I get it, right? Because weight is tied to so many health issues. However, the purpose of it is to be a diabetic medicine, right? There is a pill form, Rebellis, right, that a lot of people didn't realize that's the pill form. But my insurance doesn't cover that. My insurance covers Ozempic, so that's what we went with. So I say to each his own about the whole thing, but be very careful because there are side effects to it, but there's side effects to everything. And I say whether I take this shot or the insulin, either way, I'm gonna end up taking something, right? So I have to change my relationship with the food, which is what I'm doing, right? Learning how to eat different and still enjoy my life, right? Learning how to not do so many things in excess, right? Because I do everything, and I shop in excess, I eat in excess, I don't drink in excess, but I do like to, you know, partake in a libation or two, right? So it's really about that so that I can get back to a healthier me. Y'all, I used to be obese in the gym, right? So I never really cared too much about what I was eating, even though I should have even then, right? Or drinking, because, you know, I was doing HIIT trainings, I had a personal trainer, all of the things, right? I had one at the gym, I had one that came to the house. Like, I used to, you know, be on it. And then the higher, it's almost like the higher I got in my career, the more emphasis was on my career and not on my health, right? So now I have to balance it out, because now between my career and taking care of parents and, you know, blah, 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 I am not taking care of me first. And if there's anything you got from this get ready with me, because I got to finish getting ready, y'all, is that you need to take care of you first, because otherwise you're not going to be around to take care of nobody else, right? And that was real. And you know, people been telling me that for a long time, but it wasn't until all my numbers looked crazy on that lab chart, I was like, what the hell is going on with me? And it was a wake-up call, and it was a serious one, right? So now I get to have fun still shopping, but now I'm shopping for clothes that actually fit, because now, y'all seen my closet now, right? Y'all saw most of it, right? It had a lot of stuff that now I'm like, well, damn. The blazers, they'll fit, because most of the time I buy blazers that don't close. So eventually they'll close and I can get those blazers taken in and stuff. But the pants and the shirts and all of that, that's all got to be replaced as I drop down, right? So that'll be an interesting experience. And that's why you'll be seeing more clothing hauls and stuff like that eventually. You know, right now I'm just preparing for my trip to Bali in a couple of months. But, you know, I can just get my pants taken in for work and stuff until they can't get taken in, and then I need new ones. But anyway, let me go finish my look and put my clothes on and out. All right, y'all, I'm back. Here's the final look, y'all. This is ridiculous. Look at this. This is a XXL. I bought it because it's supposed to be oversized, but it's a little too oversized. If y'all was to see the bottom, I have it tied up in a knot. Whatever, I'm gonna get away with it for right now. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with this afterwards. It might become like a little cover up for a swimsuit. I don't know. Cause literally, look, come on, y'all. I digress. I did get it from J.Crew though, just in case you were wondering. I got it from J.Crew. I think I hauled it. I might have in the haul, the first one. I don't remember. But anyway, my scent of the day, night, is a more infinite This is the collaboration with AI the Great and Novitus Parfums and Rolling in Love by Killian. Put them together, and just for ha-has, we about to spray the clothes again, because that's what I do. And yeah, we about to ain't nobody gonna smell better than me. All right, so listen, let me know what y'all think about this look down below. If you have questions you want to ask me in regards to my journey thus far, ask them. I just ask that they stay respectable, right? Everybody's allowed to have their opinions in regards to, you know, whether to take the shot, not take the shot, if it's natural, not, you know, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. I think it's everybody's prerogative how they choose to handle their medical conditions, issues, etc., you know, and how they choose to live their life. But I'd be happy to answer any questions that anybody has. Is there anything you want in specifically for me to do a video on? I'll see if I can do one on anything in particular. But anyway, y'all, let me know how y'all like this look. I'm actually feeling the lip. It's not a bad deal. I think it's this one. I'm going to take it with me though, because I know it's not going to last. All right, so listen, I hope everybody enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. But the most important thing is to stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.